Have you ever caught a whiff of something undefinable, a subtle aroma that hints at the passage of time, and wondered if it was more than just everyday life? As men mature, their bodies undergo a series of transformations, some obvious, some barely perceptible, and yes, some you might even detect with your nose before your eyes confirm them. These alterations aren't arbitrary. They serve as distinct indicators of how our bodies adapt and evolve as the years advance. In this video, we're about to uncover 4 significant signs of aging in older men, 1 linked to your sense of smell, 2 involving noticeable increases in size, and 1 where things tend to shrink. Some of these changes creep in gradually, while others might just surprise you one morning when you look in the mirror. How many of these signs have you already encountered? Stick around until the end, because you might just find an explanation for a change you've noticed, but never fully grasped. Stay with us, and by the time we're done, you'll possess a clearer understanding of what's happening within your body and what, if anything, you can do about it. If you're watching this video, comment "Great" below. Now, let's delve into these fascinating indicators. 1. The distinctive scent of maturation, that certain aroma. There's a particular fragrance that often accompanies the process of getting older. And if you've ever spent time in a facility catering to senior living, you might have encountered it. This isn't about a lack of personal hygiene or the choice of aftershave. It's something far more fundamental, occurring at a microscopic level within our cells. As men age, their skin experiences biochemical alterations that lead to the production of a compound known as nonenal. This scent, while odorless to some, is noticeable to others and arises when fatty acids in the skin break down due to oxidative stress. It's often described as having a slightly grassy, waxy, or even stale character. The tricky part is that nonenal doesn't simply wash away like regular sweat and oil. Unlike typical body odors that result from bacteria breaking down perspiration, nonenal binds to fabrics, lingers on the skin, and resists complete removal with conventional soaps. This explains why some men continue to detect this scent even after showering. While younger skin naturally regenerates and sheds excess oils, aging skin tends to retain more oxidized fatty acids, allowing the scent to become more pronounced over time. Take, for instance, David, a 72-year-old retired schoolteacher from Texas. He began to observe that his favorite sweaters seemed to retain a peculiar scent, even after being laundered. His grandson once remarked, "Grandpa, you smell like old books." A surprisingly common way this odor is described. Initially, David suspected his cologne or laundry detergent, but when switching to different products made no difference, he realized that his skin itself had developed a new aroma. He wasn't alone in this experience. Research indicates that individuals over the age of 40 start producing nonenal in small quantities, but it becomes significantly more noticeable by the time men reach their 70s. But here's the encouraging news. While you can't halt the body's production of nonenal entirely, you can definitely minimize its buildup. Certain soaps, particularly those formulated to remove excess oils, are more effective at neutralizing nonenal than regular body washes. Incorporating antioxidant-rich foods into your diet, such as green tea, citrus fruits, and leafy greens, may also help reduce oxidative stress and potentially slow down the process. Furthermore, because nonenal tends to cling to fabrics, washing clothes with baking soda or using odor-neutralizing sprays specifically designed for aging skin can make a considerable difference. So, if you've ever pondered why your personal scent has evolved over the years, now you have a clearer understanding. It's not just your imagination, and it's not solely about hygiene. It's a natural aspect of aging that almost every older man experiences to some degree. Comment "scent of time" below if you've ever noticed this subtle change. 2. The expanding midsection, a belly that won't budge. A growing midsection is one of the most prevalent signs of aging in men. And it's not simply a matter of indulging a bit too much or missing a few workouts. As men get older, their metabolism naturally becomes less efficient, muscle mass tends to decrease, and hormonal shifts make it easier to accumulate fat, particularly in the abdominal area. You might have observed that even if your dietary habits haven't changed significantly since your 40s or 50s, your waistline continues to expand. This is largely because testosterone levels decline over time, and with this decline comes a reduction in the body's ability to maintain lean muscle. Since muscle tissue burns more calories and fat compared to fat tissue, this shift leads to a slower metabolic rate, meaning that extra calories are more readily converted into belly fat than before. For some men, it's not just about the visual aspect. It's about how it feels. Perhaps shirts fit more snugly, bending over becomes more challenging, or carrying the extra weight makes movement less comfortable. Consider Mike, a vibrant 78-year-old who was always quite lean throughout his younger years in California. Despite maintaining a relatively consistent diet, he suddenly noticed his stomach protruding more noticeably, while his arms and legs seemed to have thinned out. Initially, he attributed it solely to getting older, but what he didn't realize was that his body was undergoing a redistribution of fat, storing more around his abdomen while his limb muscles were diminishing. The concern extends beyond just aesthetics. Studies have consistently shown that excess abdominal fat in older men significantly elevates the risk of developing heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Unlike fat stored in other parts of the body, abdominal fat is more metabolically active, releasing inflammatory chemicals that can negatively impact various bodily functions, from blood pressure regulation to brain health. This is why men with a larger waist circumference in their 70s and 80s often report higher levels of fatigue, joint discomfort, and even sleep disturbances. So, what proactive steps can be taken? Firstly, resistance training emerges as one of the most effective strategies to counteract muscle loss and prevent the metabolism from slowing down excessively. Secondly, prioritizing protein intake in your diet is crucial for maintaining lean muscle mass, while also promoting a feeling of fullness, which can aid in weight management. And thirdly, minimizing the consumption of processed carbohydrates and added sugars can help regulate insulin levels and prevent further fat accumulation. While some increase in belly fat is a natural part of the aging process for many men, allowing it to grow unchecked can lead to significant health implications. If you've noticed your midsection expanding despite maintaining consistent eating and exercise habits, it's not just your perception. Your body is adapting to the natural hormonal fluctuations of aging. I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this video. Now, let's talk about the next subtle sign. Comment midlife shift below if you've experienced this change in your physique. 3. The enigma of ever-growing ears. A subtle expansion. You might not notice it immediately, but your ears are actually getting larger as you age. Unlike muscles that tend to shrink or fat that redistributes, the ears continue to grow well into our later years, and this isn't just a figment of your imagination. This phenomenon occurs because cartilage, the flexible tissue that forms the majority of your outer ear, continues to grow throughout your entire life. Simultaneously, the effects of gravity pull the ears downward, causing them to stretch over time and appear even more substantial. If you've ever glanced at an old photograph of yourself and thought, "Wait a minute, my ears didn't look this big back then," you're absolutely correct. Research has indicated that ears tend to grow by approximately 0.8 millimeters per decade. This means that by the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, his ears can be noticeably larger than they were in his younger days. The difference might not be dramatic from one year to the next, but over the span of decades, it certainly adds up. Just ask Robert, an 80-year-old retired librarian from Maine. He always had what he considered to be proportionally sized ears in his youth. But one day, while looking through old family photos from his wedding, he was taken aback by how much they had changed. His ears weren't just larger, they appeared longer and droopier. Furthermore, he noticed that his earlobes, which were once firm and rounded, had become thinner and more elongated, making his ears seem even bigger. This is a change that almost every older man experiences to some extent, yet it's rarely discussed. Unlike other tissues in the body, cartilage doesn't stop growing, and the skin surrounding it gradually loses elasticity, contributing to the elongation of the ears over time. While this change is typically not a medical concern, it can impact one's appearance, and for some men, it can even lead to feelings of self-consciousness. So, what measures can be taken? While you can't entirely halt the growth of cartilage, maintaining good skin elasticity by staying adequately hydrated, consuming collagen-boosting foods, and protecting your skin from excessive sun exposure might help slow down the drooping effect. Additionally, if earlobes appear thinner or more wrinkled, applying moisturizer and using vitamin-rich skincare products can help maintain their texture over time. Ultimately, the gradual enlargement of the ears is simply another facet of the aging process, much like the appearance of wrinkles or gray hairs. It's not indicative of poor health. It's just nature's way of ensuring you can still hear the world around you. Now, let's move on to our fourth and final sign. Comment "timeless growth" below if you've ever pondered the size of your ears over time. 4. The vanishing calves. A loss of lower leg definition. As men age, one of the more noticeable physical transformations occurs in the legs, specifically in the calves. You might have glanced down one day and realized that your once strong and well-defined calf muscles no longer possess the same shape or size they once did. This isn't just about general weight loss. It's actually a common sign of aging known as muscle atrophy, where muscle mass gradually declines over time. This change occurs due to several factors. Firstly, as levels of testosterone and growth hormone naturally decrease with age, the body tends to lose muscle mass at a faster rate than it can rebuild it. Secondly, many older men inadvertently become less physically active. Even if you still engage in daily walks, you might not be engaging your calf muscles in the same way you did in your younger years, especially if you no longer participate in activities like running, jumping, or heavy lifting. And thirdly, the circulatory system undergoes changes with age, leading to reduced blood flow in the legs, which can further contribute to muscle loss. Consider Ralph, a 76-year-old who spent the majority of his career working on his feet in a factory in Michigan. He always possessed strong, well-defined calf muscles, but in his late 60s, he noticed they were becoming thinner and weaker. Even simple tasks like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair without using his hands felt more challenging. He initially attributed it solely to aging, but the reality was that his calf muscles were shrinking due to a combination of decreased physical activity and hormonal shifts. The loss of muscle mass in the calves isn't just about the visual aspect. It has tangible consequences for physical function. Weak calf muscles can negatively impact balance, increase the risk of falls, and even contribute to a slower walking speed. Studies have demonstrated that men with reduced calf muscle mass tend to experience greater difficulty with mobility in their later years, making everyday activities more challenging. This is why maintaining lower body strength is a crucial factor in preserving independence as you age. The encouraging news is that you can slow down muscle loss and even reverse some of it with the right types of exercise. Simple activities like calf raises, resistance band training specifically targeting the calf muscles, and even brisk walking on an incline can help rebuild muscle fibers and improve circulation in the lower legs. And let's not forget the importance of protein intake. Consuming sufficient amounts of lean meats, eggs, or plant-based protein sources can significantly support muscle maintenance and recovery. So, if you've noticed your calves appearing thinner or feeling weaker, don't disregard it. This is one of those aging signs that can be positively influenced with conscious effort. And taking action now can help you stay strong and mobile for many years to come. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, Please comment more below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you do so and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your support enables us to continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move on to our final thoughts. Comment strength within below if you're committed to maintaining your leg strength as you age. Embracing the journey of aging. Now that we've explored these 4 subtle yet significant signs of aging in men, take a moment to reflect on how many of them you've observed in yourself or in others around you. Aging is an inevitable journey, and while some changes are simply part of the process, understanding them empowers you to take better care of your well-being. Whether it involves staying physically active to preserve muscle strength, paying closer attention to changes in your skin, or simply making minor adjustments to your daily routine, these small efforts can collectively make a significant difference in helping you age with confidence and vitality. Aging isn't something to fear or resist. It's something to embrace with a right mindset and healthy habits. Every wrinkle, every subtle shift in your body, and even the faint scent of time tells a unique story of experience, resilience, and wisdom. Instead of dwelling on these changes with worry, focus on what you can actively do to remain healthy, strong, and feeling like the best version of yourself at every stage of life. So, what resonated with you the most from today's discussion? Have you personally noticed any of these signs? Or are there other subtle changes you've observed that weren't mentioned here? We'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Please leave a comment below and share one key takeaway from today's video and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your insights and perspectives are important to us, so please don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments provides us with great motivation and encouragement to continue creating content that matters to you. Thank you for spending your time with us today. We truly value your engagement. If you found this video informative and helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more insightful content, and share it with anyone who might benefit from this information. Your support helps us continue our mission of creating valuable and inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we eagerly look forward to seeing you in our next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Also, don't forget to check out other interesting and informative videos on our channel before you go.